Hello and welcome to the Singani Q&A. First of all, I am really appreciated that everyone has subscribed to my channel for the past few years. 100,000 subscribers isn't a huge number for a channel that has been active for more than 5 years. But it's proof that people care about what I do, and thank you all for that. Second of all, I'm sorry this video is released so late since I have a lot of real life stuff to deal with. Recently, I've just moved into a new house and it's been busy unpacking stuff and settling in, and only had more free time in the last couple of days. So that was the reason. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Question 1. Do you still solve Rubik's Cubes? I still solve them every now and then, but recently I've had other hobbies that I enjoy doing more, so I have kinda put it aside for a while now. It's just a thing that I would do whenever I'm too bored to do other stuff. Question 2. What would you like to do as a career? I want to become a web and mobile application developer one day. It is currently my minor at university. Question 3. He asks a lot of questions and I'll try to answer them all. Before that, thank you so much for your compliment. What is your name and how old are you? My in real life name is Phúc and I'm currently 22. Question 4. Do you plan on beating any other hardest, and what is your final hardest? Next hardest is probably gonna be base after base. I'm currently have 48 and I want to pick up the level again now that I have a new computer. And for the final hardest, probably gonna be Wamba at this point. But if I'm still capable of playing the game without losing any skills, then realistically my final hardest might be Heliopolis. The reason why is because these are some of my favorite levels in the entire game, and I do really like their gameplays and theme. Question 5. Do you have other hobbies aside from playing GD and solving Rubik's Cube? I also like drawing and folding origami, which is when you fold a piece of paper into different kinds of shapes. These are some of my folds. I have an art project in which I make my own journal similar to the one in Gravity Falls, but the context is based on the game Terraria. I've been working on it for the past 6 months and has only completed about 10% of the whole thing. So yeah, see you guys in 5 or 6 years when I finish the book. Question 6. Do you work or are you a student? I'm still a student and haven't graduated yet, but will soon. And I have a part-time job. Question 7. Have you got a girlfriend? A lot of people have been asking me this. Short answer, no. Long answer, I don't plan on having one at the moment, even though I really desperately need one. But my financial status doesn't allow me to. Question 8. And what level do you like the most? Heliopolis. Question 9. Do you like non-levels? I do like some of them. What I like about a level is basically just the gameplay, how well the gameplay is designed, how less likely does a random click make absolutely no sense, and how well does it fit my gameplay preference. I mainly enjoy levels that have a slow paced gameplay and focus more on the timing, rather than the levels which flows really fast and gameplay switch constantly, where you can even tell how to do the part, how to play it. Question 10. Can we have 2-player tips and tricks? You should focus on any part that has harder gameplay or specifically ship and wave gameplay. When there's a part that you can consistently do a double click, do it. Otherwise, you should develop a click pattern in a way that sounds like you are doing a rhythm. Like for example, pen tapping, you also tap your pen in a rhythm. For ship gameplay, you should focus on how you control the ship in general while you develop the previously set click pattern. And also for the wave. And when there's a piece of gameplay that has normal gravities and upside down gravity ships at the same time, you should focus on the upside down gravity ship more. Question 11 and timing tips and tricks. Basically, it all comes down as using video and audio cues. You can use the decoration as your checkpoints. For example, this click in every end into the drop. You can use this edge of the block and click when your cube reaches it. Or another example is this click in Heliopolis. It's a 3 frames on 240, but you can click when your cube barely hit the change on the top. What you can do is you can record a macro, then play a part or the entire level in practice mode, then watch the playback and look closely at each timings to figure out what you can use as visual cue and how the click sync to the music as audio cue. Question 12 and duo tips and tricks. It's just the same as two-player tips. You focus on the harder gameplay or the one needing more control. Question 13. What level do you like the most in the top 30? Except based after based. It's kinda hard to decide the level I like the most because there are a lot of elements to it. For example, the level has the best song has to be Flame Wall. Menace is also a great contender song-wise. And I like the gameplay of Bubba Womba and perhaps Quantum's processing. I don't know why. Just kinda unique and I like it. For decoration and theme, I love Menace for its theme and lore behind it, but the gameplay does not suit me well. So there are many elements to it, so it's hard to decide. But if I have to choose my favorite level in the top 30, I would say Bubba Womba fits me the most because it is equally good in all the aforementioned aspects, and it itself has a unique mechanism too. Question 14. Have you played Skybase? Not yet. Question 15. Tip to pass the 49 and 51 part in codependence. You should watch other people doing it and listen to the click pattern. It actually sounds like some sort of polyrhythm. You can Google polyrhythm if you don't know what that is. You want to practice the part at slower speed and increase it gradually. Question 16. Where are you based? Ho Chi Minh City. Question 17. When do you beat Bubba Womba? Never! Question 18. What do you want to grind in the future? Maybe some easier extreme events to develop some skills. Or if I want to try something hard, could be based after base or even Bubba Womba or even some other runs in the top levels. Question 19. Do you want to play the new version of Heliopolis? Yes, I would want to do some runs on it since it's my favorite level at the moment. Question 20. How to make life less boring? And I'm sorry to hear the second line. Hope your condition are better now. You should fill your life with activities you've wanted to do but haven't picked up yet. For example, if you want to exercise, head outside and go for a walk or a small jogging session. If you want to learn a new language, buy some books, find any materials online for that language and start learning it. The key word is to start small, short, and simple. You wouldn't last for long if you grind several hours working out or spending half of your days playing the piano. You might be able to keep up with that schedule for 2 or 3 days, but after that, it will be really hard to keep up, to continue. So, start small and increase the limit days by days. Another thing is that when you start an activity, pay full attention to it. Do not get distracted by other things that would lead to nowhere. Our brain cannot multitasking, it only alternates task to task. So yeah, hope these tips are useful to you. Question 21. Can you provide your laptop specification? Sure, here you go. Question 22. Am I gay? No. Question 23. Do you play the piano? I just started practicing it a couple days ago now that I've bought an electric keyboard, and really it is really hard. But It's really satisfying once you pour part in a specific piece. It's just like playing geometry dash overall when you successfully manage to be the part that you're struggling for days. Question 24. How do you even freaking play the base of the base ship part? I learned the click pattern from Diamond Splash verification video, then I tried my best to replicate it. It took a while because there were some small chunks of the gameplay that does not make sense. Question 25. Do you have any way to make the click sounds clearer when holding the phone upside down? My phone is a Realme C53 UIT edition. I don't know what you mean by holding the phone upside down, so I cannot provide a definite answer to it, but for enhancing the clearness of the type sound, I would suggest finding a better recording app like the one I'm using, whose name is AZ Screen Recorder. Question 26. After beating codependence, do you find any 2P? Question 26. After beating codependence, do you find playing any 2P level easier than a 1P level at the same difficulty? For example, Duelo Maestro compared to the other 1P levels, not counting free and beginner 1. It does not feel easier, to be honest, because building a click pattern in terms of coordination between two arms, in my opinion, takes a longer time and effort compared to building up a click pattern based on raw timings. With regular levels, you can start no clipping and focus entirely on the gameplay, adjusting your click to form a click pattern, then fixing the clicks according to the timings. Then you can either try your best so you can get familiar with the click pattern, or you can just take a rest and sleep, letting your muscle adapt themselves to the click pattern. With 2-player levels, however, you can just make both players to sync at first. You would mess up the sync very often and ended up clicking both buttons at the same time, and the time it takes for your muscle to adapt to the click pattern and building up the sync is much longer. Most people cannot do 2-player solo levels because of that, and even I think ambidexterity is a really difficult skill to develop. Question 27. Do you want to verify Heliopolis to claim the $10,000 prize pool? No, I'm not capable of doing that, sorry. Question 28. Can you show me the tips to become a pro player like you? Practice, practice, and practice. But first, get the new computer, get a 240Hz monitor, and start practicing with easier levels and work your way up to the more difficult one. The result won't be noticeable in a day or two, but it will come. You will become better one day, and it is in the long run. Question 29. Do you like the meme wave part in Cosmos Unleashed? I neither like it nor I hate it. It doesn't feel really special to me, to be honest. Question 30. After base, do you make a comeback in Boopa Wampa? Yes. And that's it, guys. Again, thank you so much for 1000 subscribers. It's been a pleasure making videos for you guys. And see you next time.